Hey, today I want to start this video out by saying thank you to DJI for reaching out to an audience that really wanted a drone, but they were on the fence whether to spend a lot of money on it and learn how to fly one or get a cheaper one and learn how to fly one. One of the things that's been aggravating me so far is a lot of people out there have been wanting more out of the new DJI Mavic Mini. Come on. So all of the professional drone pilots out there that have all this experience, and they say, well, they can't control the camera or the resolutions and all of this other stuff and all this advanced stuff, go buy the 1200 or up DJI drone or drone from any other manufacturer. But the audience that they're trying to reach out for, if they had all of the features in it that you are used to having in a more professional drone, then the price would have to go up. Another thing that I love about this thing is you don't have to register it through the FAA because it's 249 grams, and anything over 250 you have to have registered. Now, you have to use good judgment when you're flying the drone because you can't just fly it anywhere you want. There are apps out there that will tell you what your safe zones are and your authorized flight areas, but where I live in the northern panhandle of Florida, there's not as many restrictions here. There's a lot of wooded areas you'll see in this video, but I'm thoroughly enjoying flying my DJI Mavic Mini as a rookie. A lot of amateur footage. You're going to see a lot of mistakes, a lot of moving the left and right too fast. I'll get better at it, but it's a great drone to practice on, and it's solid. I have flown it probably 12, 13 times now, and it's come back without a scratch every single time. I really wish I had gotten more batteries for it, so if you're looking at the DJI drone and you're an amateur, get the extra batteries because yes, it says 30 minutes flight time, but you know what, it's going to be a little bit, different based off of how hard the motors have to be used for wind resistance and other temperature variables. I've had a blast also sharing this with not only my family but my friends at work. Now introducing this to all of my friends and family. I know that there's about 3 people that are going to be buying it, and that's just from sharing it with my family and friends. They saw how solid it was, they saw how steady it was. You see how steady the video is. It's incredible. And if you're not happy with the colors, you could color grade them in post. So there's a lot of options that you could still use to override having that extra expense of buying a more expensive drone with a heavier duty camera. And again, I wanted to say thank you to DJI for sharing this with us and keeping it at a cost-effective price point that everyone can benefit. I know it's going to be a huge seller during the Christmas holiday season, and I'm just so happy for all of those that are going to get one, and if I could get one for everybody who showed interest in it, I would. Now with all of the camera equipment that I have, I can go back to being a retired amphibious Marine by being able to go into the air, film on land, and use my equipment underwater.
Yes, behind every great man, there's a woman rolling her eyes, folks.
So it's 4:15 right now p.m. and I am waiting for sunset, which comes at 4:44 today. So I'm really excited about getting my drone up in the air because I've already gotten golden hour. I've gotten a lot of footage out of it, but I've only got one battery as it stands right now, as I was a bit skeptical on buying this, and the more I have flown it in the past 3 days, the more I have absolutely loved this thing. It has done everything. It's been so responsive. Now, I've only gotten it up to about a height of about 150 feet max, but where I'm at in this part of the country, the northern panhandle of Florida, I haven't needed to get it up any higher. And going out, I get a little bit gutsier each time and go out a little bit further. I think the furthest I've had it out is probably about half of a mile, and I keep pushing the limits each time, but I've only done the return to home once. it worked like a charm, but I've got a lot of telephone lines around here right now, and me being a rookie, I want to manually control it, so I want to stay within a distance where I can turn the drone back around slowly, go to a point of reference that I'm familiar with, and then drop it back down. You know, keep total control of this thing, because I'm just a little scared of it still, because I just don't want to throw away $400. Now, I do have the insurance. I still need to tell my wife about that. So if she sees this before I tell her, honey, I got the new insurance. It was $35 at DJI, and it's a great replacement plan if I ever break it or sink it in water or, you know, whatnot. So but I am recharging it now, and it's about 80%. I'm safe to take it up now because I'm not going to stay up that long. I just want to get it up high enough, and probably at about 165 feet above the treetops, so I could actually see the sunset. And then I'll share all of this video, and it's going to be so awesome. So I'm really excited about it. I'm having a great time with the Mavic Mini. I was a little bit afraid to spend extra money, or a lot of money, or $1,200, or, you know, higher end drone, but they've done a great job of introducing a drone that you're comfortable enough to, you know, if you did lose it, it's not a showstopper, it doesn't break the bank, but it's good enough to where it makes you feel like you're flying a professional drone. All right, so I have the Fly app open. I've got the remote set up to my drone, and the funny part about it is I use, instead of a landing pad, I have one of my reflection pads for photography, and it works just fine. It doesn't need to be yellow. It doesn't have a big H in it. I just want to keep stuff from getting sucked up into the bottom of it. So don't fly it over sand, and don't fly it on or in sand, because it will pull it up in there, and it will not only mess up your motors eventually and cause some heating issues, but it will also get caught in the gimbal and it won't work, and then it'll say something like gimbal stuck, or there was another code that I got, and then I just moved a little bit and I saw a grain of sand. One little grain of sand could ruin the whole day. So make sure that you're taking off and landing in a place that's pretty much sand free. Okay, rookie mistake, being a little overly careful, went up a little bit too soon, didn't estimate my battery life with the amount of sunset time that I still had. I should have trusted the 4:44, which was sunset time here in the northern panhandle of Florida, here in Bonifay, and it wound up being, you know, 4:40 with low battery health, and decided to bring it home. So, you know, we'll get them next time, but at least we got some decent footage this time. So if you like this video, please subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, because I'm going to be going up in the air quite a bit here in the near future. So keep an eye out for it, and thanks again for watching. Have a great week.